Car Matchmaker is a show where people across the country come to me. They're buying a car, but they don't know what to get. I spend a little time with them, and then I make 3 choices that will work perfectly in their life. We drive them in ways that you can't do at the dealership. I mean, we drive them like we hate them. We have fun. And then at the end of the episode, they pick one.
You got a checklist of questions to ask people? How do you do this?
When people buy a car, they panic. It's almost like buying a house, a little less so, but still they don't know what. Even me, when it comes time for me to lease or buy a new car, I tend to panic, and I call friends of mine to use them as a sounding board and to make sure that I don't make a mistake in this choice.
But you've got big deal friends when it comes to cars, right?
Yes.
I mean, you've got Jerry Seinfeld, I understand, is someone.
He's a
You
good
even
friend.
bought a car from Jerry Seinfeld.
Yeah, we help each other. We have a small group of guys
You take the gasoline out before he gave it to you? Or?
Yeah, I handed him back the jokes he left on the front seat. No, everybody needs a little advice when it comes to buying a car, and I love to provide it. I've been doing it in my life for years. I've been helping friends and family and neighbors. You know, the woman who does my wife's skincare, you know, I helped her out. It's just something I was doing for fun. So this show is kind of a natural progression out of that.
Give people an idea of your role in comedy, because you've been, as I said, a writer at Saturday Night Live.
I wrote for David
Simpsons.
Letterman for 5 years, went from there to write for Seinfeld for 3 years. So there are 2 comedy car guys right there. Dave is a car collector.
I understand that you did the Soup Nazi episode on Seinfeld.
I am credited with writing it, but I had a lot of help from Larry and Jerry and the writing staff, yeah. And it's kind of based on my days writing for David Letterman. I went to lunch at the real Soup Nazi there and wrote about it.
All right, let's see if we can just play a little bit with this, because let's say that someone came to you and said, look, I'm looking for a car. I do have a family. Maybe I've got 2, 3 children under the age of 15, and I'm spending a lot of time driving from place to place. It's going to be our second car because someone else uses...
I already know what you need.
What do you need?
Every family, I get this a lot actually from families, husbands and wives, a couple of kids, what should we do? And what I always recommend is 1 green car and 1 big gas-guzzling SUV. Something to haul the kids in to get the job done when you need to. And when it's just you or just your wife, you know, a car that's not going to pollute the air, that's going to be good on gas and save you some money, and do the job in a smaller way.
As far as driving these automobiles, you said that you give people experiences that they couldn't get if they just went to their regular dealer.
Yeah, when you go to a dealer, you know, I'm just mentioning a dealer right now is probably making your audience shudder. Like, we always try to avoid it because you're there for 4 hours, they take your license, they take your, you know, they withhold things from you to keep you there, to kind of sweat you, to have you make a deal. You know, on my show, I let you experience the car any way you want. You want to off-road it? Let's go. Even if it's a Toyota Prius, you want to drive through that, drive into the sand and see what happens at the beach? Let's do it. You know, what is it like to sleep in it? Go ahead, take a nap in it right now. Do you want to eat in it? Do whatever you want. I really want people to come on the show, have a good time, experience the car in a way that they would if they owned it, and therefore to like make a better decision when they make their choice at the end.
So let me ask you, what kind of car would be best for you? Let's say you had to go to work every day in Los Angeles in the entertainment industry. Is there a car that says Spike Feresten?
I just had to lease a new car, and I have a family. I have a 6-year-old and a 4-year-old, and they're boys, and I need to separate them because it's occasionally Rock'em Sock'em Robots. And at the same time, I need to use it to drive around L.A. to go to meetings. So I got an Audi Q7. Blacked it out, murdered it out, all over the place, wheels, everything, inside, outside.
What's the deal with that? Why? What does that I mean?
Tinted the windows.
I mean, of course, you see that around. I mean, what is the feeling? You like to be separate?
I don't know. Here's why I did it. I can only tell you why I did it. I just thought most SUVs in L.A. are mom school buses, and I wanted something that felt a little more masculine, and the Audi brand is that. And I think with the tinted windows and the murdered out look and the black wheels, I felt a little more like a guy. And then I threw in this, you know, entertainment system in the back just as an emergency, break the glass when the fighting starts. Go ahead and turn it on and watch Caillou or whatever you want because you're distracting me and I'm trying not to kill you right now.